Welcome to This Explainer. If you've ever felt completely lost trying to navigate government websites, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to transform that confusing maze of bureaucracy into a foolproof, time-saving guide for getting your Michigan birth certificate online. Picture this: you're applying for a passport, or maybe you have a critical legal deadline coming up in just a couple of weeks, and you suddenly realize you have no idea where your birth certificate is. It's an absolute nightmare for so many people. You figure, hey, I'll just order it online from the state. It'll be quick. Well, 45. That is the staggering number of business days you could be waiting for a standard online order through the state system if you don't know what you're doing. Seriously, 21 to 45 business days. But don't panic. We're about to share the insider tricks that can literally cut that wait time down to a fraction. Okay, let's quickly run through our agenda for today. We'll cover the birth certificate imperative, who is actually eligible, state versus county offices, a step-by-step online guide, how to verify your identity securely, and finally, costs, timelines, and discounts. Section 1, the birth certificate imperative, and exactly why you cannot afford to wait. Before you even start clicking around on government portals, you absolutely need to know what you're looking for. The state of Michigan doesn't do those little wallet-sized or informational copies for legal stuff. To get a passport, a driver's license, or to prove your citizenship, you must obtain a certified, long-form document. These are printed on very specific security paper, and they have a raised embossed seal. Getting this exact format right the first time is absolutely crucial. Otherwise, your application is just going to get instantly rejected by whatever agency you're applying to. Moving on to Section 2, who is actually eligible? Let's talk about Michigan's strict privacy rules for vital records. So this is super interesting. Birth certificates in Michigan are strictly restricted. If a birth record is under 100 years old, it is not public record. Because of these tight privacy laws designed to prevent identity theft, you can't just casually order a certificate for your husband or wife. They literally have to do it themselves. You basically have to fall into one of a few specific legal buckets to even start the application. That means you are the person named on the record, a listed parent, a legal guardian with court papers, a legal representative on official letterhead, or an heir, which means you actually have to prove the person has passed away with a death certificate. Section 3, state versus county offices. Get ready, because this right here is the ultimate bureaucratic cheat code. All right, your biggest choice is where to actually order this thing. You've got two main paths: the centralized state system through the Department of Health and Human Services, or your local county clerk's office. And the difference between the two is massive. The state route uses a vendor called VitalCheck, covers all Michigan births, but it's way slower and hits you with higher vendor surcharges. On the flip side, the county route only has records for births right in that specific county. By skipping the state portal and going directly to the county where you were born, that is your absolute best hack for saving both time and money. Let's look at some real-world numbers here. Checking your specific county's website first can uncover dramatically lower fees and lightning-fast fulfillment compared to that central state backlog. For example, Oakland County charges just $15 and turns it around in 3 business days using their own portal. Mecosta County, only $10 and 2 business days. Even Wayne County, at $24, can often process way faster than the state queue. The big takeaway here? Always, always, check the clerk's website for the county you were born in before just defaulting to the state. Section 4, step-by-step online guide. Let's navigate this application workflow. Whether you choose the state or the county, the actual application breaks down into a simple 3-phase process. Step 1, input your details. Step 2, verify your identity. Step 3, pay up. But here's the really actionable tip, and you definitely don't want to skip this. You have to have all your foundational info perfectly prepared before you even start typing. I'm talking about your exact full name at birth, the specific city or county, and crucially, your parents' exact full names, including your mom's maiden name. Literally, any typo here triggers an immediate rejection, which is just going to delay your urgent request. Section 5, verifying your identity securely, or simply put, proving you are who you say you are. Getting the data right is just step 1. Where most people get completely stuck is the strict identity verification. If you go through the state's authorized vendor, VitalCheck, you're going to face a timed, knowledge-based quiz powered by LexisNexis. It's essentially a pop quiz on your own life. They dig into your credit history and public records to ask you about past addresses, old cars you drove, or people you might know. You have to prove your identity right there on the spot. But what if you fail that quiz? Or what if your county, like Oakland County, requires physical proof up front? Well, you'll need what's called Tier 1 documentation.
This means an unexpired U.S. or foreign passport, a driver's license, a state ID, or a U.S. military ID. You have to be ready to upload a high-quality digital photo of one of these within 48 hours, or your whole order just gets canceled. No exceptions.
Section 6. Costs, timelines, and discounts. Let's set some clear financial expectations. Let's pull back the curtain on the actual checkout costs. $34. That is the state of Michigan's basic search fee. Now, the most critical thing to know about this number, it is completely non-refundable. If you make a mistake or if they search the registry and just can't find your record, they keep that $34 to cover their administrative time. But $34 isn't your final cost if you use the state portal. Nope. On top of that base fee, you're getting hit with unavoidable vendor surcharges from VitalCheck. They tack on a $14 processing fee, which brings your absolute minimum state online cost to $48. And if you're in a rush using the state system, get ready to pay. State Rapid Service through VitalCheck adds a whopping $50 vendor fee just to get it in 1 to 5 days. Even a standard state rush adds about $24.50 in fees to get it in 2 weeks. But hey, there is actually some great news if you're a senior citizen. If you're over 65 and requesting your own record, the state drops that base fee to $14. And look at the counties. Wayne County charges seniors just $2 for their first copy. Oakland County drops it to $10. Again, this is exactly why checking locally is a total game changer. Just one quick warning before we wrap up. Local variations do apply, and it's absolutely essential to read the fine print on your specific municipal website. For instance, local clerks in Farmington Hills literally cannot issue standard local copies if the mother was unmarried at the time of birth. In that specific scenario, you are forced to order a state-only copy or go through the state directly. Quirky local rules like this can throw a total wrench in your plans, so always check the FAQ page of your specific county or city clerk. So, we want to leave you with this question. Knowing the hidden costs and the massive delays, is the perceived convenience of a centralized state system actually worth it, or will you bypass the bureaucracy and start local? We highly recommend starting with your local county clerk to save a ton of time and money. We hope this explainer arms you with the exact knowledge you need to secure your documents fast, leaving you to wonder, how many other government processes have a hidden local shortcut just waiting to be used? Keep in mind, government fees, policies, and timelines can shift, so please treat this info as accurate as of the creation of this explainer and always double-check your local government's official website for the absolute latest procedures. Thanks so much for learning with us.